I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me and want me to call you on your BS, coaching information is in the description below. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In this video, I want to talk about manifestation techniques and why they are not what manifests. This keeps coming up. I have mentioned it in multiple videos recently, but I decided it needs its own fucking video. And I know I've already made a video about this like months ago when I first started my channel, so we're gonna talk about it again. Manifestation techniques, so meaning affirming, visualizing, scripting, any of your weird law of attraction, do this bullshit and you'll get what you want. None of that manifests. None of it. You are what manifests. The way you choose to view yourself, the world, your experiences, everything is what manifests. Your thoughts create your reality. Now, when you hear that, it is not every fucking thought that manifests. You are going to have so many thoughts that are never going to come into fruition. You don't have to worry about it. But it is the thoughts that you choose to focus on the most, the things that you give your most time and your most energy to, that will manifest and that are manifesting. Okay? The point of the techniques is to get you familiar with something different. So let's take SP. Right now you're in no contact and you haven't talked to them in 5 years and you don't know if they remember you or if they'd want to be with you. That's where you're at right now. So you can use affirmations, you can use scripting, you could use visualizing to imagine that you are together with this person and that all of those circumstances no longer matter. Now, where affirmations are the one technique that are also not a technique, they are a technique. When you are robotically affirming and you're doing like affirming sessions, that's a technique. But the act of using affirmations, you can't get around not using affirmations. And here is why. An affirmation is just a new thought. Your affirmation is to clarify the thought that you would be having if you had what you want, where your other thoughts are just coming from your old programming. That is what people, when they're talking about affirmations, that's what they mean. Your affirmations are just thoughts, but they are focused on having what you want, where your other thoughts are just the thoughts that you're thinking from your old programming, telling you you don't have what you want, telling you you're in no contact, that this person doesn't remember you, all of that shit. That's just a thought. Your affirmation is the thought that is telling you you have what you want. It's just a way to differentiate. So to explain to you how to get things to change, you want to focus on your affirmations, meaning the thoughts that are telling you you have what you want, over the thoughts that tell you the opposite. That is where affirmations are not a technique. Affirmations are the key to getting shit to change, because those are you focusing and putting your attention on having what you want. It is those thoughts, the different thoughts, having thoughts focus on having what you want, that get you to a different reality. That's it. The way you choose to think the majority of the time is what's going to manifest. What you come back to thinking the most is what is going to manifest. What your brain just throws at you doesn't matter. It can throw whatever it wants at you. But as long as you catch yourself and bring yourself back to, nope, this is what's true now, we're happy together, so that doesn't matter. It's not about how much time you can affirm or how much time you can script or how much time you're spending visualizing. What's important is how much you catch yourself going down rabbit holes you don't want to be going down and bringing yourself back to where you do want to go. That's the key. Bringing yourself back. It's not about perfection of, well, if I could only say my affirmations, 72 hours straight without messing it up, then I'll get my shit. That's not how this works. Not even in the fucking slightest how this works. Your affirmations are your new thoughts. They are the thoughts coming from the reality in which you want to be in. And by repeating those the way that you're currently repeating how much everything sucks and you don't get what you want and blah, 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 bringing the focus to the new thoughts, they will become natural. They become natural. I know that sounds fucking crazy and I didn't understand that or believe it, but like when you are changing realities and you are changing your brain, eventually the shit you are telling yourself that seems so far off and seems like a fucking lie and seems like it would never fucking happen starts to become normal. And even before, a lot of times, not all the time, but before you even see anything in your 3D change, you will start naturally thinking your affirmations without having to put any effort into it. But it is the repetition of focusing on something new that's going to make that shift happen. That's why you do the techniques. That's why it's important to spend at least some time, affirming or visualizing or scripting, whatever you like to do to familiarize yourself with the new story, with the new ideas, with the new thoughts, with the vision of where you want yourself to go. Because you're doing this anyway. You're focusing on all the shit you don't want and you're spending all your time there and you're not allowing yourself to think anything different. And that is why you live in a fucking Groundhog's Day where nothing ever changes, because you don't change. You do not change your thoughts. You do not change your perspective, and everything that happens is the same shit over and over and over again in a different package because you don't choose to see it differently. And until you decide I'm fucking tired of this and I'm not going to take it anymore, so I am going to change me and view myself, the world, people, everything differently and in a way that's beneficial to me and to them, and come from a place of unconditional love, which you don't have to come from love to manifest, but coming from a different perspective is the fucking key, and returning to it, deciding that this is how shit is and reminding yourself of that. That's all you have to do. It doesn't matter the wording of your affirmations. None of that shit matters. But as long as you are focused on which technique is going to get me there, you're not doing the work you need to do to change yourself. So when it's not working and you're wondering why it's not working, that's part of why it's not working. Because you're relying on doing something in order to get something. And that's not how it works. That is a 3D perspective, and that is not how the world works. What you tell yourself is true. The point of view you decide to focus on is true. If somebody does something and you're like, I hate them, they're such an asshole, you're fucking right. They are. And if 20 other people saw that same person do the same thing, every single one of them would have a different opinion on who that person is and how they act and whatever. You could be the only person who thinks they're an asshole because of your past experiences that you are allowing to dictate how you are going to view the world. So you can either throw that shit away or you can hold on to it forever, but that choice is yours. And the longer you hold on to it, the longer you are going to keep getting the same shit over and over again, and the longer you're going to be searching for answers, because the only answer that you need is that you need to change the way that you view the world. And it's a decision that you make and then you come back to. That's it. It is not any technique that is going to manifest. What manifests is you changing you. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.